Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back. As always, huge massive thank you for all the support and comments that you guys are leaving me. I really do appreciate that. So I'm coming back with the decoupage card kit, the Delightful Robins, and I've come up with a couple of other ideas on what to do with them apart from the concept of which they're designed for. So you do get 2 of every kit, so you know you can always just make one up as they're supposed to be and then have a little play with the other one if you want to. Equally, if you just want to make them up as a concept, they are beautiful cards. It's just not my favourite thing to do, so I like to come up with something different. So I'm going to be playing with this green one with the robins with the lovely little post box, beautiful little bit of white flower, no, it's white snow on a bush in the background. So that's what we are going to be playing with today. So the first thing I'm going to do is come in with my trimmer and I'm going to cut that down the midway point. So it does give us a piece that's 5 3/4, although that's not going to be important today. And then I'm going to pop this little topper out and I'm going to bring in a circle die. So I'm just going to do one little bit of die cutting. I have cut a gold mat to match this, so I didn't want to do too much die cutting. So I'm just going to try and get that pretty much central, but I'm just going to do it by eye. So I'm just going to pop a little bit down there, and I really don't want it to move, so I'll pop a bit on there as well. So I'm just going to pop this through my Gemini, still using the double-sided plates on it, just following a video that I saw with Kathy Zaleski. It does make a lot of noise going through, so you do lose that quietness, but my plates are straight, so you know it's a great little sandwich for that. Just turn that off. Okay, so let's just pop this out. Just need to peel that off carefully. Rid of that, and I'm going to pop that die straight back where it belongs. And that was a circle from a Carnation craft set, so it's the circle dies that I've got. So I've got this lovely circle like this, obviously that's going to go back in, and the mat that I cut earlier just out of some gold mirror is going to go on the back. It's just a fine little border around. Okay, so let's put that to the side for a second. And I'm going to get that out of the way. Now before I do anything else, I'm going to take the piece that's not foiled. If you want, well, it's not foiled, it's let me bring that back in. So this piece is inked. You've got that ink design round. I'm not using that piece because I want more of this green. And what I'm going to do is just mark at the 2 3/4 point. Turn it around and do the same, and then I want, well, I'll do it on the opposite side, it doesn't really make any difference, but 2 3/4, 2 3/4, and then I'm going to bring in my trimmer. I'm going to line up those points there and cut. And cut. So now I've got 2 pieces of green patterned that matches in the exact same green that my topper is. I've got this piece left over. You could use that, put something else on it, another round topper on. That would look fab on the card, but we're not going to be using that. You could also go in and take another couple of corners off if you wanted to. Okay, so I am going to be making my I'm going to say trademark because it pretty much is what I do all the time. It will be a 6x6 card. So I've got my card blank ready, but I do need some mats. So the first mat I'm going to do is going to be with this adorable scoreable card. So this is one of the deeper reds. It would have come from a Christmas collection either last year or the year before. So unfortunately I don't know what the name of it is, but I'm sure if you've got any adorable scoreable in red, you've probably got something similar. If you haven't, if you just use any red card, it's going to look fab, or any other of the cards that you want. And I've just cut that down to 2 notches under the 6, and I want a scrap piece of gold. So I've got a scrap piece of gold here. So because I cut my triangles at 2 3/4, I'm going to cut this at, I want a 2 notches under the 3 squared. So 2 notches under the 3. So we'll pop that there in case we need some more. And then hopefully if I cut this directly in half down the diagonal, this should hopefully, fingers crossed, match with my, there we go. So it does. So we've got our little gold triangles, our matte and layer for our green. Okay, so now I think we are ready to start assembling. So if I bring in my scoreboard and find where I buried my score tool, there you are, and I'm just going to score this at 6, fold that over just to make our 6x6 card blank, and I'm going to do it 10th fold just so that I know it's going to stand nicely for me. Out of all the cards I make, if I make a 10th fold, you know, I am 100% sure it's going to do what I want it to do and stand up. Okay, so I'm going to start with the red. I'm going to use my all-purpose glue. This is the Kalal one from Crafter's Companion. Hunkydory do their own sort of all-purpose alcohol-based glue, which is also fantastic. I just got to block it there. The only reason I use the Kalal is that I can buy it in a bigger pot. Now Hunkydory did hint that they would be selling a bigger pot, so that may change. I may go over to Hunkydory one when this runs out, but we will see what happens and how big it is. So the offer that I had, I bought from Crafter's Companion, was for 3 of those. It's 250ml. I think it's about a tenner. So I thought that was a good deal. They were on offer, so it's always worth looking out for it when it's on offer, whether you're buying from Hunkydory, Crafter's Companion, whoever really. So I am using it on these pieces here, but as always, I just say, just be careful with the gold foiling, because that alcohol in that glue can take the foiling off. And I do just put a bit of tacky glue on there just so that that glues a little faster, because I'm going to be working with it fairly quickly. Right, let's put that on there. Put a little bit of tacky glue there. I think that should just wipe off. Let me just grab a little bit of tissue. That's okay. Okay. And then again, same, a bit of tacky glue, bit of Kalal in the middle. Just give that a gentle press down. The other thing I'm going to do while I'm here is just go ahead and pop these down. I'll just use tacky glue all over that, just for speed. Sorry, that's my stomach rumbling if you can hear it. And then I'm going to go ahead again with the tacky glue on that one. Pop that back in. If you wanted to raise that up a notch, you can do. It's just I know there's quite a few layers on this one, so I don't think there's a right and a wrong way up on this border here. So I'm just going to pop that in like so. Okay, so for these ones, again, I'm going to come with tacky glue. And I'm just going to give myself a little bit of a red border around them. And I'm going to have to be careful because they are still moving a little bit. There we go on that one. Oops. And then again on here. Okay, if you didn't want this to be plain, what you could do is either pop it through a embossing folder or use a mask, sorry, excuse me, to emboss it. So I'm just going to clear my throat. Okay, this is a little bit better, not much. Okay. The other thing you could do if you didn't want it plain, if you've got any of the sticker balls that Hunkydory have bought quite a lot of recently, you can get some of that. Maybe if you're doing the red, still go with the red, or you could go with gold, cut out some snowflakes, you know, something like a holly twig, any of your delicate dyes, and you could use that space. Obviously we're going to have the topper here, so it's these two bits here that you're going to see most of, but you know, just little ideas on how you can zhuzh that up if you want to. Okay, so then we're going to have this piece coming onto here like so, and I do want to raise that a little bit. Don't want it too high. I just have to find what I did with my foam pads. Here we go. So I'm just going to pop that over. I've got these nice big pads. These are about a 1mm pad. So I'm just going to do north, south, east and west. And then one in the middle. And I think it should be okay. Okay. I'm just going to peel these off. And put some tacky glue on the back. It just gives me that little bit of wiggle room, time, and also it's just a bit of security with that stick. So I'm going to make sure I've got my card the right way up, and then we're going to pop our little robins on. Okay, so that's how we are at the moment. So next we need the decoupage. So what I'm going to do is just pause the video and pop these out, and I'm also going to take the backs off the larger pieces just to save a bit of time. I'm hoping to get 2 cards done today. Okay, so we've got our backs off now. So this is the largest piece. So just make sure when you pop the bits out, you do take those little landlocked areas out as well. I tend to put quite a lot of pads on mine. Some people don't put quite as much. Let me just grab those tweezers. Just decided to throw on the floor. And as I said before, you've got this lovely outline to guide you. So just going to, I'm going by the beak and the post box and that outer edge. That's like so. And if you wanted to shape these a bit more, you could do. I'm going super flat, and you can try not to get it stuck to the other bits. If you've taken them off like me, just rotate that round, line up the, I'm going with the tail and the beak and that leaf. Again. And then again, more tacky glue. Turn this round again. And that up like so. Ooh, have I missed a layer? I think I may have done. Okay, just quickly grab that one, see if it will come off. This is why we use that tacky glue, because it just gives us the ability to do that without too much damage to the project. Obviously we know that those bits of glue will be hidden when I put the next bit on. So just lining up his little tail, beak. Then we can go back in with this one. There we go. Then the last one of the bird, the full bird, pretty much. It's there, and then these ones I do have to take the backs off. These are just the little finishing touches, little bits of leaves, wings. There's a bit of the post box, and these are all foiled as well, so it's all beautifully foiled. Let's do that post box next. An old post box because it's got one, not quite an old, but it's got ER on, so that's nice. So let's see, so we've got that one which goes there. There, is it? Oh, that one goes there. So there, there. And that one is there, maybe. It's there. There. Not sure about that one. And that one's there. There. It's there. And then that one's there. Okay. So now we have them all worked out. Let's pop them all on. These little bits I think are the hardest bits to place. So the reason why I knew this bit was there, it's got a little bit of snow at the top. So I'm just going to pop that in there. And then we'll put this one onto there. And as always, Hunkydory always give you loads of decoupage on these, so if you wanted to skip some, you can do, it wouldn't be a problem. So, and even though it's a little bit, so I'm still just putting that little bit of tacky glue on, just to help me out. That bit's going in there. No, it can't be there. That's got to go on there first, surely. Yep, it does. Okay, so where's that one? That one's there, is it? Yep, got them round the wrong way. Not that I think it would have made a whole lot of difference, but this bit on. So just taking those bits off. Onto there. And that one's going to slot into there, and then the last one to go right into there. Okay, so we've still got our little sentiment, which is to you both at Christmas. I'm going to grab a Crafter's Companion, which is a slightly deeper one for this one, and then we can decide where we want that to go. I'm thinking I'm going to go at the top. Okay, and then we definitely do need some gems. So I've got some red and green ones. Go with these ones. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this round. I'm going to put 3 up here, and we'll go with a large, medium, and a small. I want to stay on there. There we go. And then I'm going to come in with the red ones. Why this keeps blowing bubbles. But I'm going to come in with a medium red and a small. I'm going to turn that around this way. Do another 2 there, and another medium and a small. Just to really emphasize those red and greens. Okay, so just move that over because it's quite where we want it to be. The last thing I want to do is bring in a little piece of battered old copy paper and my quickie glue pen, and on these printed cardstock here just on these little snowdrops. Just make that gem a little bit. Now ideally you would wait till these are dry, because there is a chance that the glitter is going to stick there. So I'm going to have to be a little bit careful. And I'm going to come in with this Deco Art Glamour Dust. Put that over like so. And a super quick tap. Hopefully that shouldn't you don't want it. Okay, so just get rid of that. I can wear that for the rest of the day. And then last thing is on this kit, if I've not buried them, bear with me 2 seconds. The envelope. Maybe I'll put them this side. Yes, I did. There we go. So they do all have their little inserts that match. So I'm just going to pop a bit of all-purpose on the back. Just going to carefully open that up. Put that in. I'm going to give it a good smooth down to spread that glue out so that we know that whoever comes to write on it, that straight. There we go. Whoever comes to write on it, they're not going to be trying to write on top of glue, because there's nothing worse. But there is our first card. So it does need a little bit of the excess glitter brushing off, but we'll do that at the end. So I'm just going to get set up for card number 2. Okay, so this should be quite a fairly quick card as well. So we're starting out again with a 6x12 piece of cardstock, and I'm going to come in with my scoring tool, and I'm going to score at 6 and at 3, and I'm going to fold that over nicely and then fold that one back. So we're going to have ourselves a cute little half fold. And I'm going to grab my trimmer. So because the next bit of decoupage we've got is for this cottage, we've got the gold foiling. So we're going to come in with some gold mirror foil. Yeah, we'll go with that, but I will need another piece. So I'm going to cut, I might be right actually, 2 notches under the 6 and 2 notches under the 6, and that's going to be for this back piece. Okay, let's just have a look at that. No, that is going to be too small. What about that? Is that too small as well? Yes, it is. Okay, so I'll grab another little piece, a big piece, and this needs to be, see, it's different. I wonder why the back colour was different. Bear with me 2 seconds. I need to open a new pack, I think. It's the same. Let me just check. Oh, it's not. Bear with me 2 seconds. Okay, so here we go. So it just shows that the mirror card, even though it's in gold mirror, it's all different. So this piece is 2 notches under the 3, 2 notches under the 6 to go on our panel here. Just checking. I'm going to take a little bit more off that, I think, just Needs a little bit at the top and bottom. That's a bit better. Okay. So next we need to pop this one in half. And that should fit nicely onto our mat on the back. And it does. And I'm going to pop my little robin out. And then this piece we need to measure to 4 notches under the 3. Okay, so my circle topper is going to go back in there and will come across. Now you've got a couple of choices. If you want to, you can leave it like that, or you can go ahead and then just glue that one on top, so that when they open it they've got the plain. I don't like that. I just prefer it just to have the white and that little bit of gold on the left, and then I've got this for something else later on. So I've got quite a collection of things for something else later on out of these 2 cards, so that is all good. So now we can start to do a little bit of assembling. So let's pop that open. So again, with my all-purpose glue, just being careful not to go too near the edges. And I just put a bit of tacky glue in the edges just so that they do stick down, and it stops everything moving about as well, so that's doubly good. And then again, fill the back. Don't have to worry too much with the mirror card on this one because it's just card to card, so that will go in. Lovely. Alright, so, and then I'm just going to give that another little burnish down, and come along and just burnish that one as well. So it's going to be easier, I think, if I glue this one on first. So I've gone a bit close to the edge there. Just going to put that out of the way. And we'll pop that on like so. And what I'm going to do is just put my tacky glue direct into there. There's no point trying to do it anywhere else. We know that we're not going to put any glue where we don't want it to be. And then I can just maneuver that into the right position. Hopefully we've got that the right way up, so that's perfect. And then again, when we're gluing this, we only need to do this piece here, the circle bit. We don't put any glue on that whatsoever, otherwise it's going to stick to the other side of our card, and we don't want that. So just going to pop that on, give that a good press down, just make sure that is right. I'm just moving that down a little bit so that it lines up with that circle there. I think that is about where we need to be. Okay, so I'm going to grab the decoupage and I'm going to do the same thing as before. I'm just going to pause the video, pop all of these out, and I'll take the pads off the bigger pieces. Okay, so I've gone ahead and taken the backs off. The bigger pieces have just got these little pieces that I will have to take the back off. So again, just using my tacky glue, exactly the same as before. Gem there, I don't know where that's come from. Let's use these, and it should be quite easy to line up because we've got the chimneys at the top and our rounded base at the bottom. again. So now we've got that cottage coming further forward with the roof coming more towards you, giving you that dimension. And now we're going to move away pretty much from that cottage altogether. Right up with this lovely bird. This one is the next one. It has legs and the other one doesn't. I mean, this you could take and put on any other card. You could miss this layer out. And you've got a lovely little robin there that you could put. I mean, you could even put it down here if you wanted to, or on the inside. Lots of ways you could use that beautiful robin. So again, just lining up his little beak. This is just his head pretty much and his wing. And got his, oh, this isn't the wing, this is this bit of greenery here. Fence post, I think it's meant to be. I've got these little bits, so I've got a chimney, I've got a bit of greenery, that's going to be more greenery, and a wing. So let's do his little wing first. Around. And then I'll pop this chimney with glue on the back. And then we're coming around to this ivy. And we've got another piece of ivy. Piece there. This is that last little leaf. It's a bit slidier than it should do. Okay, I'll let that set. Okay, so we've got our little sentiment, which is just a lovely little Merry Christmas. So again, I'm going to come in with the Crafter's Companion ones. And then we just have to decide where we want that to go. Put that one there. This layer's not really very straight, but it might be too late to move it. It could have done with coming down a bit. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fix this by using my knife. So I've just gone a little high on there, and I can see it's difficult because I can't get my head over it, otherwise I'll be in the way of the camera. But what I can do is just go around with my little knife. This will cut these foam pads because the glue's already taken now. So let's see if it will come off nicely. And I just need to go around our little bird. There we go. It's come off quite easily really, and I can just pop a little bit of glue back on those pads. Oops, no, let's use those. And then I just need to put it in the right place. There we go, that's a bit better. There we go, I'm happy with that. Okay, so I'm just going to get some gems. Okay, so I've just been going through all of my gems. I was hoping I would have something like a mirror gold. I'm going to have to go looking for some now that I've thought of it. But I don't have any. So the orangiest gold that I've got are these ones. So let me just pop some of those out. And what I'm going to do is just go around these snowflakes. That's my pickup tool. Pop that on. So it's a slightly bigger one. You can do as much or as little of these as you want to. I'm not going to go all the way around because you aren't going to see it. But what I am also going to do is put one in each corner. And I'm going to do that with the slightly bigger one. So these came from Temu. They are described as nail art gems. So I think it's about, I'm not sure how much it was. I think it's under £2 anyway, for all of these little gems. So, and you get the sort of 3 sizes in different colours. So I thought that was quite a good buy. And lastly, I am going to do a little bit of glittering again. So let's bring that round, and this time I'm going to do it onto these snowflakes. So it's just basically just tracing those a little bit. And this again, you can do as much or as little as you want to. I'm only going to do it on this side that's going to be seen. Just going to add a little bit of something different to that background, so doesn't look quite as plain, because this is designed to be the back of the card, so it still would look lovely, but it's not designed to be the showstopper, you know. That's what this is. Let's go again with my iridescent. If you wanted to use gold glitter here, you could do. missed one. Yeah, I would. It's absolutely fine because we can just go in and add that in. Okay, so just going to pop this away, and what I'll do is I'll just give that 5 minutes to dry, and then we'll come back and just brush off the excess and finish up the video. Okay, so just going to brush any excess off. There we go. So those are our 2 finished cards. So you've got your lovely little tent fold, so nice and secure, and then you've got your fold back card, so that will stand like so on a mantelpiece. Just see a bit of glitter there, so just move that out of the way. So that's it for today. So we've got our 2 cards done, so I'm pleased about that. I have got at least two more ideas for this, and there are two more cards that are we haven't seen yet. So we've got the robin with the snowman and the hellebores. So I'm thinking next time I'm going to come back, and it will be on Tuesday. You know, obviously if anything else happens in the meantime, may not be, but at the moment it's going to be Tuesday. And we'll come back, and then I've given you an idea for every one of the birds in this kit. Please don't think that this is only for this kit, because the Delightful Birds, there's season 1 I think, and season 2, and I think there's winter birds as well. They all have this same format. So if you like any of these cards, and you like the birds particularly for Christmas or any time of year, then you know, please do think about the other kits as well, because you can use these same ideas for them, because they are exactly the same. They all come with these beautiful card blank, the decoupage, the insert, and the envelope, so you know, you can transfer those skills across. But that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and you want to see more. If you do, obviously there's plenty up there now. I think there's over 150 videos now I think I've done, which is crept up quite quick. If you wanted to see when I will be posting again or be notified, then just hit that subscribe button and press the notify me, and then lovely old YouTube will send you a little reminder every time something comes up that I've done. If you do like the videos, please do like them, just because it just means that YouTube will share them with more people. Apparently it thinks if one person likes it, then another person might like it. So the more likes there are on it, the more YouTube will offer it to people, and hopefully my little community will grow. So it would be wonderful if you would think about doing that as well. But have a good rest of your weekend. It's quite late on a Sunday here, so I will see you Tuesday. Until then, happy crafting. Bye.